Hi guys. Okay, so today is day 14. Um, this morning I went and recorded the voiceover I need for the script. So I did it in front of the blue screen. Um, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna edit the devlog and yeah, probably make some shorts. That's all for now. We need to grind that out before like continuing to whatever because um, I want to make these every 2 weeks. I thought about maybe every week, but that seems to like it would make more videos. Like after my cold 6 months, it would create 24 videos instead of the 12 that we're gonna create now. But I think 12 is a nice number. We're using 12 a lot, alright. And my birthday is also the 12th, and the 12th also I was reborn. So uh, 12 is seemingly a very lucky number in this case. Anyways, I've been kind of procrastinating this the whole day um, because I recorded uh, the actual footage like 10 hours ago or something, like 8 hours ago. Just been chilling. Um, also did some work on preparation for planning for the future business ideas. So I guess before we even jump into that, um, I just want to get those business ideas into the business plan. Okay, so uh, it'll take like 10-20 minutes. It's in Gemini because I was just chatting to Gemini. That's yeah. Do context dump showing companies 6-month goal, brand vision, and meeting. So while that is happening, I'll get the footage is on the iPhone because it records in high def. I also used its mic, so I'm unsure how the audio quality will be. Let's share this on WhatsApp, I suppose. Okay, hold. So just send file. Choose file. Browse. Wait. Okay, apparently it's too large to send over the phone. So I'm gonna send it. Can we maybe transfer it over file or let's open. I have so does it do over the internet or local network? Okay, it seems to say local network. Okay. I think it's loading, I'm unsure. this doesn't seem to be working. Um, okay, so it's just gonna take a while, I guess, because it needs to upload over network. I don't know. We'll see. So let's look at this business plans. So as you can see, there's quite a few that there's now that I came up with, or me and AI came up with. So we already know MeyCult, right? Then there's my grimoire, which we did do some editing on last night, I believe. I was just planning it. So it's basically a AI native coding agent that reframes like AI as like magic. So you have like a spell book, you get spells. We're interested in seeing how we were gonna use like inspirations from like vast amounts of magic systems in real life, like 75 of them, that we synthesized a roadmap to see like what would be the best way of doing that. And then my enterprise, which I've discussed previously, which would be just like a central management for all our and automations for our company. My lucidity, which would just be like enlightenment focused media. My Gotham, which will be like AI surveillance, like Palantir, but we open source it completely, so it's like available to everyone. So that like instead of just like elite few who have nefarious means having access to the power, everyone would have access to the power. My hero, which is probably the second or third app I'm going to do, which is the social media component to MeyCult, which reframes influencers from engagement to impact. So it was this is based on like the first app idea I really had in my life. Still, I want to do it. My ocean, which just focuses on deep sea habitual engineering, so that's like one day when we go to space we have expertise in that. My golem is just robotics basically. My Aether, some of these the bot made up, but I think are quite good. So this is like a decentralized energy. I'm thinking like there are these new nuclear reactors. They are the size of like a shipping container, like completely isolated in the shipping container. And once you, the tech is almost there. It's like a few years away. So by the time I do it, it's probably already, and like it's the size of like a standard shipping container, but like it generates the output of a full nuclear facility, well, like a sub module of a nuclear facility, like I think like 500 megawatts. It's a lot of power. Yeah, that's like a eighth of a of a data center, of like a big data center. So you can have a few of them, and the idea being it being decentralized, it can like be spread across all over the place, across the world, and it will take away like power from the government so that we can do things that we want to do. Because of these things require a lot of energy. Not just software and hardware products; they like require energy to run these things. Then my alchemy, which just like this is a manufacturing plant for basically anything. Uh, this will be required for all like hyperscaling AI and physical technological development, um, and specifically also a hyper industrialization. My genus, which is basically just um, yeah, we just kind of eugenics basically. So we wanna just try and make ways to enhance the human, uh, you know, machine immortality. That's our like idea, or like um, the brain chips and stuff like that. My chrysalis, okay. This one I'm like 50-50 of, and this is full on eugenesis. So this is biotech more. This is more actual gene editing. My sync, which is the human transcendence one, but it's like fully just that. So we do machine thought, and because like how we interface with computers are like very low on bandwidth because we need to read, and we need to if we can interface with AI, we can even work even like going faster. My sovereign, which is also AI generated one. Um, so it's just a way of making network states. So instead of individual like countries being the head of states, any party can like register to be like part of a network state, and then they can help um, provide resources and stuff to each other, and make like laws on the blockchain. So like if you operate within the bounds of one of these network states, you follow their laws, right? Yeah. So this is also one to do more unification of Earth, because we do need a governance system in place to take over once countries disband and unify. But it needs to be something that the whole of humanity can work on together, right? Because there will be people with a lot of individual power, and we need them. I want to be one of them. Um, but the governance of an individual, right? Then that individual should have a say over how he gets governed. So if he doesn't like one network state, he can just join another, right? Yeah. Although power dynamics are always going to be a bitch and a half, but yeah, that's more of a philosophical thing. I'm just saying. And then my cosmos, which has a rather ambitious grand vision, which is the human species is a galactic species spread across the whole of the galaxy. But of course, that is a very long-term goal. Once we get like a von Neumann probe, or like hyper industrialization and scaling with the AI, this can go much quicker. And so yeah, we can probably like get outside of our immediate solar system within like the next 20-30 years. And in that 20-30 years, we'll be like attempting to like do resource extraction on other planets where it's actually useful, and to build bases also outside Earth so that we can have basically ports to actually move resources between. Right. And in my oracle, which is like this one, I have a vision. I've like had visions of this thing, and this is like the idea is it's a white void, or your consciousness. So this would be like VR or like with the MySynth, neural interface, like you go into like this white void, and in it we can simulate any real world thing, and then you interface with the neural interface to collapse that white void into any reality that we can simulate, and then you can experience that. And since it's neural interfacing, it doesn't need to happen like your brain and how it stimulates doesn't need to, it can go faster in the neural interface than in the real world, because the neural interface runs on compute, which has billion of hertz. Your brain also has that, but like it experiences time in a certain, so we can have like maybe not lifetimes, but I like it's still many years away until I do that one, but like it's an interesting idea. Even if you don't speed up time, it's just like being able to like be like a god in like a universe where you can just collapse reality into anything you want and see how it would unfold, right? Yeah, but all that is like simulation. So the actual power structure, I am supreme dictator. Every 6 months we are going to do IPO, and it's gonna hand off to, and then we're gonna have teams take over. I'll still be grand visionary. Yeah. So that's the planning I did today. Yeah. Alright, so did that video. Okay, the video is about halfway uploading, so we're still waiting on that. I suppose I'm gonna, is there anything else I wanted to, oh yeah, there's the funding plan as well. So I'm gonna core funding. Actually, yeah. And same thing, please do context dump. Okay. Also include info on all funding opportunities. Don't do context dump on non-funding related. Okay, it's still loading. Takes a while. Like I want to work, but also don't want to work. Is this thing even loading anymore? I think it's moving, but it doesn't look like it's moving. Otherwise I need to find an alternative way of transferring it. Maybe plug it in. on my PC. Let's see. I don't know if that worked. I don't think that worked. Okay, maybe we plug it in, I guess. I guess we plug it in. Of course, we need to plug something out to plug it in. So I'm gonna plug out my mouse. I don't have a mouse. I need to use the laptop's mouse and the laptop's keyboard. Okay. Trust.